Hey folks, Dan Shirley here, owner and driver of the Weasel. Getting myself ready to head up to STPR tomorrow. Made a few modifications to the car over the last month or so and just kind of wanted to give people some updates on what we're doing. So the goal here is to try to get to the jump at Waste Management at over 100 miles an hour this year. So we've struggled. The last year we got it to around 95, so we're trying to find some pace. So made a few modifications to try to get to that end. A lot to do with weight savings, but kind of starting at the wheels, running much smaller tires now. So went from a 195 70/15 Pirelli to a 175 now, about an inch and a half shorter, right around a pound lighter each, which is beneficial of course, but the smaller radius should help the car accelerate a little faster is the hope. Also narrower, so it should have a little bit less grip, and this car really doesn't have the power with a stock engine and everything to be worried about a larger tire. A lot of other stuff has been going on, mainly in the back end, reducing a lot of weight back here because there's tons in the back of the car that just really isn't important or necessary. Few things, really did a lot of gutting to the rear hatch. So took out all the extra metal. You can see I made a whole bunch of holes in here to kind of get anything out of there that I didn't need. The hatch is now light enough. I don't know what it actually weighs, but it's light enough that I only need one piston to hold this up. I was able to completely remove the mount and everything from the other side. So with the wing on there, everything's good. Also took the opportunity, gutted the third brake light, and just put an LED strip on this and mounted it lower on the window so it's actually visible beneath the wing. Before, when it was up in here, it was not working, couldn't see it. So I wanted to do this just for my own safety purposes. Also redid where the license plate used to be. So I just kind of did a custom fab fiberglass piece using a cotton shirt, stretching it out, putting fiberglass on it, mounting this hole. I have it all seam sealed and everything so I don't have any leaks. But it got relocated because the bumper spot is gone now. So again, just looking for anything and everything we can get out of the car. The bigger piece here was definitely the spare tire well. Removed that. That was about 13.5 pounds. Put about 2 pounds of metal back into the car, including the rivets and things. So pretty decent weight savings there. And then was able to redo the exhaust. Really I needed to, because it was hanging from the spare tire well on the one side. So being kind of off to the left here, it only had support close to that hanger underneath there. Just wasn't enough, so I went to a center mount, and then gutted what was left of the bumper here, because otherwise I'm just gonna rip my bumper off with rocks and stuff flying up from underneath the car. So other things too, obviously I still do have a massive first aid kit, and people are gonna say, hey, get rid of that. Yeah, honestly it's probably like 30 pounds. I'm not making any changes to that though. I'm going to keep that in the car for safety purposes. I was able to remove other stuff like my Milwaukee toolbox, and I also had a spill kit in the Milwaukee box that were mounted here. Removed those. That was like 7 pounds of weight right there, so a pretty big savings. And I actually just wound up putting the bag inside my spare tire. I have a piece of foam just holding it down right now, but I'm going to put other things on top of it to make sure it's nice and secure. And it isn't moving. And then the spill kit got relocated to this door, and just have some bungees holding it down. It really doesn't weigh anything, so just sticking it in a new place where I can get to it. And then not too much in the front end of the car. Everything's basically still the same. Still running most of the factory interior, really because from a rollover perspective I like the texture of the material that's in here. There's nothing really sharp. And it's also built for having an accident, so it's pretty resilient, but it is heavy. Maybe at some point I'll replace the dash. I don't really know if I feel like doing that at some point or another. Yeah, so that is more or less the whole gist of it. So again, hoping now, the car's about 50 pounds lighter than it was about a month ago, so definitely some weight savings there. Eric and I are both considerably lighter than we were. I think between the two of us, we've lost like 40 pounds. And with the smaller wheels and things, hopefully the car is able to get there to around 100, 105 miles an hour. And hopefully I get to check 3 feet off the ground off my bucket list. So yeah, that is what we got, and we will see everybody up at STPR.